Well, if you're hoping to buy tickets to the Warriors' final home game of the regular season, I'm sorry to say that you're about a week too late. The Warriors mania has truly engulfed the country. A sporting phenomenon goes mainstream. The Warriors will play tonight in front of a home crowd full of fans, old and new, all of whom are utterly and hopelessly in love with what has become the feel-good story of the year. Well, Sir Peter Leitch, also known as the Mad Butcher, of course, would surely have to be one of the proudest of the lot. He's a man who has poured his heart and soul, most of his life, in fact, into this club throughout the years, and he joins us now this morning. And it's a big welcome to you, Peter, and thanks so much for your time.
No, my pleasure. And I'm just one of many fans. There's, I might be the most well-known fan, but we have so many great fans. Dave and Lorraine that fly up from Christchurch to every game, and Lorraine's about 84 or something. You know what I mean? They never miss a home game. Some wonderful fans, and it's been a wonderful journey this year. And Andrew Webster is a great guy. He actually told me off this morning. Yeah, fantastic guy. Oh, well, I'm not going to be at the game. I'm not going to be at the game tonight.
What?
I've been crook all week. I've been confined to my home the whole week, and so I don't want to jeopardise my health anymore by going out in the cold. So
fair enough,
I'm staying home and watching them on TV. But he's a great guy. Look, Andrew Webster is the key to the success this year. He's just a wonderful, wonderful guy, and the way he treats people and the way he talks to the team is incredible. I want to share something with you and your fans and your listeners. Last year, my wife said to me, we spend most of our time on Waiheke Island, and my wife said to me, how many games do we go to next year? I said, I'll go to one or two. At the start of the season, I reconnected with Andrew, and he'd been working with Ivan Cleary, of course, at the Panthers, and his coaching skills have, no question, and improved, since he was an assistant coach back here at the Warriors. And I said to her just recently, I'll be going to every game this year, don't worry about that. He's inspiring, mate. There's something special about him. Yeah.
So Peter Leitch is with us, folks. And Peter, I mean, you've been known to be quite emotional about this franchise, this club. What about this year, as you've been able to go and just, and take it all in? Look out the window or whatever, and just take this whole wave in. What has it meant to you?
Oh, it's been incredible. But not just for me, but for all the fans. It's incredible. I've got a mate called Dexter Trail that lives in Masterton, and he flies up every home game, apart from Sunday, because he's got to get back to work. He's got quite an important job in Wellington, and he can't risk the flights being delayed, all that sort of thing. But he comes up every year, and he's not a rich man. He's just a mad, passionate fan. And look, I hate being called the number one fan. I can go with the title, the most well-known fan, because we have so many beautiful fans, and I'm gutted I won't be there tonight. I really am gutted. But, you've got to put your own health first.
Peter, in terms of this era, this era, which came out of nowhere. Remember last year was, at this stage, how almost depressing it was to talk about what was going on. Does this equate back to like the early 2000s for you? Is it that good?
Oh, this is the best ride I've had. It's been an incredible year, and the way that Andrew's pulled the team together, and got everyone pulling the waka the same way, It's just been an incredible year. And remember this, you can't turn the clock back. You got to go forward, and we are going forward. You know that song, Onward Christian Soldiers? Well, this is us. Onward Warrior Fans. Yeah, it's rock and roll time, baby. Yeah.
Sir Peter, are you an up the wires man? Up the wires, or you still
No,
go the
I'm
mighty
not.
Vodafone
I am
Warriors?
not. It's Let's Go Warriors. Let's Go Warriors. Yeah. But to be fair, I have to be honest. I have to be honest with you. I am outvoted on that. I am outvoted. It's taken off. I mean, the wires has taken off. But I'm an old traditionalist, you know, and we are the Warriors. And me, when on all my Facebook page followers, I always go back to them and say, "Let's go Warriors," you know. And I've got a few on Facebook. I've got 39,000, I think it is. So, yeah, not bad for an old man, 79.
Well, all of those people would know that you enjoy a good breakfast on Waiheke as well. How are those going when your health's better?
We'll have to find out, because I was starting to put on too much weight, to be fair. So I've had to sort of cut back a little bit, yeah. But anyhow, look, hey, it's not about me, it's about the mighty, I was going to say Vodafone Warriors, One New Zealand Warriors. I said to the big boss of One New Zealand Warriors, Mr. Paris, good fella too, good fella. And I said to him, you know, you have to excuse me, but, you know, you can't say it for about 25 years or something and then just wash it out of your brain. You know, it's easy to let it slip every now and again. But we have to acknowledge a very good sponsor, One New Zealand, and behind the team through thick and thin.
Do you find when you do go to the grounds, it's you know, you find it hard to walk more than 5 yards without a photo, a conversation, a signature, or whatever? I mean, you know, your status it's still the same, I'm sure.
Look, I'm very honest and open about that. When there's no Warriors players around, I'm the next best thing. All right? And I say that humbly. I'm not, you know, with my head up my backside. But, you know, when there's no Warrior players around, I'm the next best thing. And, mate, I find it very proud and humbling. People want a photo with me. I mean, not many want my autograph because, mate, you can't read my autograph. Even I can't read it. You know what I mean? So it's humbling, you know, and if you can put a smile on someone's face, that's what you do, mate.
Okay, so why do the Warriors fill stadiums so readily, yet other sports around Auckland and around New Zealand actually are struggling to get bums on seats? Why are the Warriors doing it?
I think it's the culture of the club. I put a lot, as I said earlier, down to Andrew, our CEO. I can't think of his name now. Cameron George. Doing a great job, you know, and he's got empathy for the club and that sort of thing. It's not just a job. He's got passion. And our owner, Mark Robinson, never ever underestimate Mark Robinson and his family, what they've done for the club and what they bring to the table. Mate, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's passionate. And maybe he's a bit of entertainment to be around, I can tell you. Yeah, there's a whole combination of things, mate, you know. And the fact that we're winning, you know, we've had some tough times in the last few years. And I'm not just talking rugby league. I'm talking about COVID and all sorts of bloody things, flooding and disasters and, you know, and people want something they can share on and, you know, get some happiness out of. And that's what the Warriors are bringing to the table this year. And long may it last. Let's go all the way.
So, Peter, in terms of the playoff game, you know, it's like your office, Go Media, Mount Smart Stadium's like your second office. Would you like it there, or would you prefer more people to have the opportunity to watch at, say, Eden Park?
It's a hard one. Personally, I would like it at Mount Smart Stadium. You know, but then at the same token, if we can get more people to fill Mount Eden up, that would be great, you know. Or we could get the council to put more seats into Mount Smart's, One New Zealand Stadium, yeah. But listen, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. Wherever it's played, I'll be going to it, all right? If they got to take me in an ambulance, I'll be going.
Well, let's hope they don't have to do that. I'll tell you something, though. There was an interesting result last night, which really convinces me of one thing. Now, the Panthers get rolled. Well, what it suggests to me is that the Warriors just not going to make the playoffs here. They could win the damn thing on any given day. Anyone can win.
Exactly. And we're playing the Dragons tonight. And I said to the coach this morning, when he rang me, I said, don't let the team take this team lightly. And use last night's game as an example. Because what you're saying, any team can win on the day. And God forbid me saying this, but the Dragons could win tonight. So we have to be on alert and be ready.
Just finally, how are you going to watch it tonight then? Will you have friends over, or will you just be just in the lounge and going berserk like that?
I'll have my mate Dexter Trail, who's flown up from Masterton to originally to go to the game, but he said no, he's not going to go to the game. He's going to, because I said you can take my car and go to the game, and he said no, I'm going to watch it at your place with you. So there we are. No, I'll watch it at home, and I'll be ready. I'll tell you a funny story that I was sick once, and there was one game I never went to. The Warriors played it because I was really crook, and the doctor said to my wife, if he attempts to go to that game, you ring me and I'll get the police around and we'll have him arrested. We're not he'll die if he goes to the game. So yeah, but if we get when we get to the big ones, I'll be going, even in an ambulance. I got a few contacts. Yeah, but hey, good to talk to you. And don't forget it. Go the Warriors.
Peter, we got a text. We've got a number of texts, and actually, while you've been talking, people just love listening to you. And Mikey has said, did you ever get those jerseys back that was stolen? Did you have any luck there?
It's an unbelievable story. I say this humbly and hand on the heart. I never knew how much the Mad Butcher was loved until those jerseys got stolen. I had a phone call from a police inspector saying, is that Mad Butcher? I said, yes. He said, you're a pain in my backside. I said, what do you mean? He said, we've had to upgrade your burglary to a major crime and put a senior investigator on the case. I said, you're joking? He said, no. We've had people all over the country going into police stations and saying, what are you doing about getting the jerseys back? This is a disgrace. And, mate, we got them all back. They were left on the side of the road, and the police and I both agree that they got too hot to handle, and so whoever stole them just put them up. They wrapped them in newspaper, left them on the side of the road, and the guy found them, contacted me, and they're safely back up at Mount Smart Stadium. I have since sold that to the owner of the Warriors, and so that's their responsibility now. But thanks for bringing that up, because it was a very special moment in my life, because the silly thing about it, they ram-raided the stadium, but if they had just across a few metres away, there's the shop, they could have got in there and stole heaps of stuff that's non-traceable. Like, they weren't very bright burglars, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that is a great ending to the story, because I didn't know either. So that's satisfied a number of people who have been texting. And, you sound great, okay, not in the best of health perhaps right at this very moment, but great to have you on, Sir Peter. I love your company, but I don't think there's a more enthusiastic fan of sport anywhere in the world that I've come across anyway, I promise you that.
Can I say this just before you hang up on me? I want to thank all the people that have contacted me and still contact me today regarding the jerseys. But I have got them back, but I'm still getting people wherever I go asking. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I appreciate the love shown to me over that matter. So have a good weekend and wish the All Blacks all the best tomorrow. I'll be watching the game tomorrow morning, the All Blacks. But tonight it's the Warriors. Let's go,
Good
Warriors.
Good on you, sir. Good on you, sir. Thank you very much, and you get well soon. Thanks for your time. I really do appreciate it.
SENZ. It's Kiwi for Sport.